Hi, hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Shereen. I'm a classical vocal student by day and a formally trained professional makeup artist here to help you with your makeup, especially stage makeup. So today I'm going to do a makeup tutorial. My makeup tutorial today will be a bridal inspired makeup. So what I like about bridal makeup is that they are very classic and usually they don't get out of style. So even you go through seeing some very famous people's wedding, some celebrities' wedding, and you probably would look at the photo 10 years later, 20 years later, and they don't really look very out of style. So unless you want to look like Morticia from the Addams Family, then you would have this really cool gothic makeup. Nothing wrong with Morticia, nothing wrong with wanting to look like a goth. Go ahead, but yeah, usually you would still recognize yourself after looking at the 10-20 years later wedding picture. So I promise you this time that the makeup would be quite simple to do, and it's not complicated, and you can definitely do this makeup by yourself and by watching my video. So let's do it together this time. So instead of just watching my video, instead of just looking at it, I want you to take your brush and your makeup products and do it together with me. I promise you it's nothing complicated. So now I was starting with the Ordinary Silicone Primer and just blot it on my skin. Using my hand to just spread it. Okay, so now I'm done putting on my primer. So next I'm going into the foundation. So for the foundation, I use my Inglot AMC LC100. So I'll just pump it on an empty palette like this. So just gonna pump it. Next I'm gonna mix it with NYX Born to Glow Illuminator. So I know mixing foundation looks kind of like scary, but I promise you it's actually quite easy. All you need is just empty palette and some products. So why do I put this illuminator? It's because I want the foundation to have a very glowy kind of look, like, you know, you just want to look very glowy as a bride. So here's my mix, and next one I will mix my NARS Creme Brulee Pot Concealer. So why do I do this is that I want a more coverage on my foundation. So I'm just gonna take a little spatula and scoop it like this, just very little, maybe something like this. I use a flat foundation brush to just mix this all together. So mix, mix, mix. As you can see how this mix. And then I just brush it on my skin. Just very lightly. So it's best to avoid the eyelid because the eyelid is the oiliest part of your skin. So I don't want my eyeshadow to crease. Next, I will take a makeup sponge just to blend my foundation. So from in to out, just a gentle twist motion. Okay, so I'm now done with my foundation, and my previous video I've been talking about how to do your foundation, so I will link it up here if you want to learn about the foundation. So next I will go into contouring and highlighting my features using this NYX Wonder Stick for the contouring. So I will contour my cheekbone here. Do a bit of triangle here. Kind of want it to my nose to cinch a bit. Then my jawline. My forehead a little bit, just very little. So same thing, I use the makeup sponge to blend in my contour. So first I just kind of stipple in a bit with the sponges that, you know, it has very multi-surface and you can blend with it according to your face shape. and my jawline. So I'm going in with my highlighter. I'm using the Wet n Wild Hello Halo highlight. Highlight my nose bridge. Okay. However, I would say that with this Wet n Wild Hello Halo, it's a little bit on the dry side. So yeah, you have to be quick with it. Okay. Then my brow bone, and then on my cheekbone. My lip, Cupid's bow, sorry, my Cupid's bow, and then on my chin. I'm just going to use my makeup sponge. So I use this side, which there's no contouring products that's touching here. So I'm just gonna stipple it in. Yeah, this can be a bit difficult to blend because it's really dry. So I use my MAC lipstick. This is the color Brave. So I'm not using it for my lipstick. I'm actually using it for my blusher. So you can actually use some of your lipsticks to double it as a blusher, so that in the way you don't have to go and buy an extra liquid blusher or cream blusher unless you can find some really fabulous blusher color. But for now, I'm just gonna use my MAC lipstick. So I'm actually wiping it with a tissue paper so that it's a little bit more, so that it's a little bit more hygiene. So I'm just gonna dot it here. So don't be afraid to go a little bit wild with the color, because after layering a powder, and it just won't be, the color just won't shown, like the color will be much lighter after the powder is on. So I'm just gonna go on it, because I'm gonna take my foundation brush and blend it. As I'm a student and I'm just starting up my YouTube channel, I don't have that much of a budget to purchase makeup products, so I'm just using what I can to film. But I think this is the reality of everyone. You know, not everyone has like the means to just keep buying different products every week, you know. So yeah, I mean, sometimes not having too much forces you to be creative, right? Okay, so I think I'm done with my blusher, and I kind of really like the color. And so just to have a general, just to check in general if you know, I need to fix maybe some of my foundations, my highlight, my contour, my blusher. So let's have a look. Okay, I think I'm good. So I'm going to layer it and set my makeup with powder. So I'm using the Sephora Beauty Amplifier powder, and I take my powder puff just to press it on my face. Dry skin like me, you actually don't need a lot of powder, so just tap, and yeah, with the loose powder you just actually tap it in. You don't kind of like pull it like this. But I have a little tip for you. So you can use a powder puff to actually blend your blusher a little bit like this, and then set it with powder. My eyes. Good. So now I go into my eyebrows. So first I take a eyebrow brush just to brush through the excess powder and just to comb it. So if you have very thin eyebrows like me, you don't actually need eyebrow gel or whatever to set it. But if you have a thick eyebrow, you can use an eyebrow gel or the very famous drag queen technique where you just take a glue and just kind of gel it and then set it with powder. But I don't have bushy eyebrows, so this is all I need. I take my Revolution palette and I use the color 25 just to shape my eyebrow, and then I'm using my MAC 266S brush to draw the outline of my eyebrow. So this is ideally how you should draw your eyebrow. There are many ways, but so this is one of the ways. So just kind of like draw an outline of your eyebrow. I know drawing eyebrow can be nerve-wracking sometimes, but I promise you it's nothing. It's nothing. But I can promise you it's nothing nerve-wracking. All you need is just a little practice. Okay, so have you seen? See, I draw the outline like this. So if you don't know where should your the highest part of your brow be, just measure it with your brush like this, ideally something thin like this. So this should be your starting point, your high point, and the end of your eyebrow. And then I'm gonna also draw the outline of my other eyebrow. So ideally you should do the both together so that you get a somewhat balanced eyebrow. I mean, you can't really have like two sets of, like a set of eyebrow which looks exactly the same. And you know, just imagine your eyebrow, it's like a twin sister, and that's the best you can get. I mean, not even every twins look exactly the same, right? So take my NYX micro brow pencil to just fill it in. So this kind of brow pencil, it's nice that you can actually carve something out of it. So like this front part, I usually like to just make it like a straight line so it looks like my real hair. So just carve it, and it's really nice. You can use it to draw like a very thin and straight outline too. So this is why I encourage you to actually take your makeup products, just pick a day that you're free, you know, you have nothing much to do, so you can watch my video and do it together. I mean, makeup is actually nothing terrifying, you know. All you need is just a little practice, and if it doesn't look good, just wash it off. It's not something permanent on your face. Okay, so I'm done with my eyebrow. I'm just gonna take my eyebrow brush again to just slightly brush it, just to give it a bit of a dimension. Okay, so here I am done with my eyebrow, so I'm going into my eyeshadow. First, I use my NYX HD eyelid primer just to prime my eyelid. So always use an eye primer. I promise you, it will make your eyeshadow last really long. And especially bridal makeup. I mean, I'm not sure if you want to do it as your bridal makeup, but usually bridal makeup is something that you need it to last really long, you know, because there you go, the wedding, and then, you know, taking pictures, blah blah blah, and then, you know, if the makeup doesn't last, then you look very horrible in the end of the day. So, and you don't have a lot of time to touch up, so ideally everything should last really long. I'm taking this really small eyeshadow brush to blend my eyeshadow. So for today, I will use this BH Cosmetic hanging in the Hawaii palette, and I got this in a drugstore actually, and I was so surprised that the color is so beautiful. Look at that. And I just thought like, okay, you know, I can't miss this palette, I have to have it. And it wasn't really that expensive. I bought it for close to 15 euros, maybe around 16 or 17 US dollar, and in Malaysian ringgit would be something maybe 50 or 60 something. And the glitter color, it's very kind of like very creamy. So I absolutely love this palette, and it's not expensive. I think yeah, it's really nice for daily or for, and I really like the color together, that it can makes a really good bridal kind of makeup, you know. So I take this color Ohana, it's like a very nice soft pink, just to blend it on my lid. So I would just look straight and blend it in and out, circular motion, blend out. Pink color do really give you a very sweet and fresh kind of look. Other eye, so look, it's like I'm stabbing on my eyelid, so just lightly blend it. Use my, and then I take my 234 Zoeva brush just to take this color, Mahalo, color it on my outer eye corner. So I'm just making a little line like this. And then my other eye. So I'm just drawing this line, you know, so that I don't apply my eyeshadow lower than the lash line, you know, because I don't want my eyes to look droopy. So I'm just gonna make sure that do it within the line. Then meanwhile, I'm also going to color my lower lash line. So just gently. Okay, so I'm done. So now I'm going to take the previous blending brush, this one, and so I'm not going to put in any color, just lightly blend it. So I'm just going to blend the harsh line, nothing to blend the color. Always blend away the harsh line so that, you know, your eyeshadow doesn't look very harsh. And then, and as you see here, the color ends here, so I also give it a bit of blend like this. Same, I use my 234 blush, just using the other side to take this color Pineapple. I do it a bit different. Usually with glitter eyeshadows, ideally you should just pat it in. Okay, so after the color, it's already on your lid, so I would just slightly brush it. I'll take it a bit to the front. And then pat, pat, pat. Okay, so I also take the Pineapple color and color it on my lower lash line. Use another blending brush, which is an 8B double-ended brush, just to slightly blend the color. It doesn't actually need a lot of blending because it doesn't have a harsh line. Just want to incorporate the colors. So now I dip a bit of Mahalo just to bring the color together, just to diffuse the line, and here as well. So now I'm going with my Zoeva 221 brush just to blend it. So make sure it's a clean blending brush. I know there's some color, but it's clean. So just to blend it, everything. And then I'm gonna use the same brush as well, blend my lower eyelid. So there's some fall off on this area, so I'm just gonna take my makeup sponge, kind of rub it a little bit, clean it up. Remaining foundation on this empty palette, so I'm just gonna gently dab it in, just to clear up, stipple it in, and then meanwhile clean any excess from the fall off or any eyeshadow that I messed up. For eyeliner pencil, I use this NYX eyeliner pencil. Okay, let me try this. It's a NYX Professional Makeup Slide On, Glide On, Stay On, and definitely a turn on waterproof extreme shine eyeliner. So it says that the eyeliner is so good that the name has to be this long. Let's see. So I usually flip my eyelid like this and just gonna line my lower inner lid. And then other side. I mean, yeah, it's good, but it's not like that great as it mentioned. Okay. And my other under eye. And then I take my Shu Uemura eyelash curler to curl my eyelash. And I'm going in with my Real Benefit Mascara. Just push it on. Okay, so now I'm going in with my eyeliner. So I'm going to use my MAC Blacktrack and a Zoeva 312 detail brush. So I really like this brush from Zoeva. It's so tiny. And because, you know, I have a really small eyelid, so I actually don't need a big brush. So a small little brush like this will do. So I'm just gonna carve the wing of my liner. And I'm not gonna do something dramatic because, you know, it's a bridal look, so I think sweet and simple would be the best. Okay, then I'm gonna proceed to draw the liner. Okay, like any other human, I made a little mistake on my left eyeliner. So I'm just gonna wipe it a little bit again. Okay, so I'm done with my eyeliner, and then I'm going in now with my fake eyelash. So I already cut my fake eyelash before this. So always cut it behind, don't cut it in front, because if you cut it in front, it will lose the shape. Not only that, as you can see, this fake eyelash is actually short in front and then long at the back. So if imagine that you cut it in front, like the eyelash would look like they are like the same length with each other, and you know, your eyelash usually goes short and maybe a bit long, or if everything is just on the same length, it's just not gonna look good. So I'm taking a spatula. So I will take some of my duo glue and just pop it on the spatula. You can get this kind of spatula, actually it comes along with a palette, but I kind of lost it on Amazon or any of your local beauty supply store. And then I just gonna take my lash, just apply on it. I'm done with the glue, and then I'm just gonna stick my eyelash. After sticking it, I just use my finger to kind of clamp it so my real and fake lash would glue it together. And then I will use my finger, just lightly brush it up. So I'm done with my eye look and together with my fake eyelash. So now I'm just going in with my lipstick. I take my Maybelline number 540 Color Sensation lip liner just to line my lip. So I start, I will stretch my lips a little bit. And then my upper lip. Okay, so guys, sorry, my phone was dead just now, so I already done my highlight and my contouring. So this is my bridal inspired look. So I've done my hair and I have a little bit of fresh flower on my hair, as you can see. So I really hope that you like this video. As I promised you, this is actually quite easy. You have nothing to afraid about. So if you find this really useful and very educational, please give it a thumbs up. And also if you want to receive the notification of my new videos, please subscribe to my channel. See you another time. Bye.